Hi everyone. So this is my second video for YouTube, and I was pretty much blown away by my first one because I was super nervous and didn't think I was going to be able to talk for more than 10 minutes. And by the time I was done, it was a 24-minute video, which I was shocked about. So that first one was on getting ready to buy a home for a first-time home buyer. And in this video, I'm going to go a little bit further into the inspection process and what to look for. So let's get into it right now. So why do you need to get inspections done on a house? Well, you're doing them for a couple reasons. You're doing it to understand everything about the house, what type of issues could come up down the road, and how much does it cost to fix the items that come up on the report. And that's basically it. What you want to do is you'd never want to not do inspections. So I suggest that if you're looking at a house, depending on what market you're in, is to do a property inspection, a termite report, a chimney, and a roof. And also you need to do a sewer lateral in some areas. So it just really depends where you're at. I know here in California, Silicon Valley, the seller does all the inspections up front so that if you're a home buyer, and you're going out, you're writing an offer in San Jose, you're going to get all the inspections, all the disclosures up front so that you can look through everything and then determine how you're going to write an offer. Now, other markets are different. Some sellers in, let's say, the state of Missouri, they don't do the inspections up front. You need to either negotiate for them to pay for them, or you need to pay for them and go out there and get your inspectors out there. But if you do it in a state where the inspections aren't done up front, and you get the reports back and there's some issues there, you can ask the seller for a credit or a reduce in price. It's always negotiable. It just depends on where you're at. But here in Silicon Valley, all the inspections are typically done up front so that the buyer has a very clear picture on what's going on. So you got the reports back. What are you trying to look for in these reports? Well, you're trying to understand the age of different components, meaning the roof to the plumbing, to the windows, to the electrical. You want to understand everything about the house and what potentially you'll have to replace down the road. And that's a big key. Unless you're buying a turnkey property, if you're getting a house that's in somewhat of original condition, and let's say it has galvanized plumbing or an older roof, you want to understand how much those items are going to cost. And so when you get these reports back, a lot of times these reports look really scary. And I have not seen a house that doesn't have things called out on it. Even new construction, I've seen things on the property inspection. So don't be too concerned once you see a bunch of things on the reports. It's fine. But what you want to do is talk to your agent, go through the reports, and then even call a handyman or a contractor and get opinions on all the items that are on the reports. Because something that you might think is going to be super expensive, you might talk to a handyman and it's really cheap. So you just want to make sure that you cover all your bases when you're looking at all the reports. So how much do inspections cost? Well, it really depends on what you're actually ordering. So if you're just doing a property inspection, it can cost anywhere between $200 to $500. Just really depends on the size of the house. But it also comes down to what inspections you get. So here in San Jose, for instance, if we do a property, a termite, a roof, a chimney, we're talking about $1,000 roughly, give or take, depending on the size of the house. So you can keep that in mind. However, if you're writing offers in Silicon Valley, like I said, the seller usually does all the inspections up front and you don't really have to pay for them. But if you got the reports and you want a second opinion, you want to order your own inspections, you can do whatever you want once you're in contract. I recommend when you get in a contract and you're going to get inspections done on a property, if you can, put them all in one day and go out to the property and walk the property with these inspectors so that you can ask questions, hear what they're saying, because when you do it in person, it's not as bad as when you get the report back and you haven't heard anything and you just see a bunch of things that say, repair this, fix this. And usually these reports also have like red writing through it and it could sound really scary. So if you can, go to your inspections in person, it'll be really beneficial. These reports will cover a range of things. They'll talk to you about the electrical, the plumbing, the foundation, the windows, the roof. If you get a termite report done, they're going to tell you if you have any termites, subterranean termites. There's all kinds of information that's going to get passed to you. It just really depends on what reports you do. So just be prepared. There's going to be a lot of information in there. But what you want to do is once you get it all done, you want to compile all those and see how much is that really going to cost you as far as down the road to have to do any of these repairs? Because that's something where you're going to have to budget it. Let's just say that the roof looks like it's at the end of its life. Well, you might need to budget 12 to 15 to 20 grand, depending on the size of the house down the road. So you want to make sure you understand all that information and you get a dollar amount to things. One thing that could be really helpful when you close escrow is to get a home warranty so that at least covers the first year. Let's say that appliance breaks down or the water heater goes out, you could have it all covered in that first year. That will give you a lot of peace of mind. When you pick companies, if you're going to order your own property inspection, is to make sure that they are licensed and qualified to do the inspection. Don't just hire somebody like a handyman, off of Craigslist. Pick somebody who is licensed, reputable, look online for reviews to see how good they are. And that would help you as far as making sure that these reports are done in the best possible way. So I hope you got some value out of this video, and I hope that you go out there and get your first home, and I'll see you on the next video. If you liked this video, please give it a like and subscribe. I'm going to keep doing these until I get better at them, but you got to start somewhere. Thanks a lot.